business bringing Kenny out of the club here.
Yeah.
You know, just before the transfer window closes, just talk us through that process and why you brought him
here. Well, it's clear why I brought him here is because he's a top player. He's a real goal scorer. He brings an intelligence and an experience to my squad that I felt was needed. We have been finding it a wee bit of a problem scoring goals, and I don't just expect Kenny to come in and shoulder all of that burden. I think what he'll bring is that intelligence that I spoke about helping the others around him. You know, we've got other strikers here that's going to benefit hugely from him. Not only in training, not only in games, but about the dressing room, how he conducts himself. A top professional. You know, you don't get to this age that Kenny's at and still be in a condition he's in without looking after yourself and doing things right. So that's going to rub off right through the dressing room. When he became available, I knew I'd want to try and get him here. I knew he'd have options, and I knew I'd have to sell the club. And what we're trying to do here, obviously it had to be the right package as well, and we had to fight off some competition. Did try to get Kenny previously, but he chose to go on a different pathway. I'm delighted in a weird sort of way that it didn't quite work out for him, because I get the guy I've been after for a wee bit of time, and I do believe it will help us. How big of a factor was it, the fact that you know Kenny, you've known him for many years, you played together, you know, it must have just, you know what he's like, so I suppose well, I know Kenny from my time of playing from him. We've stayed in touch. It's never that we've been best pals or anything, but we always stay in touch, and we've had previous conversations. I would like to think it's played a part, but more importantly to me is that he's seen, and I've heard his interview yesterday, that he's seen how we've played this season. He's been in a Rangers side who's played against us last season, and he was very complimentary. And I'm pretty sure that Kenny looked at us and thought he can make us better, and that's why I brought him here. So if that happens, then we'll start winning games of football very soon, and we'll start getting, I believe, results that are play merits. But as I said to you, he's just in the door, but we've got a long contract with him, and hopefully he's going to be brilliant for the club. He's coming into a team, you know, into a side that's still trying to look for their first win of the season. Yeah. So far, do you think he'll be likely to make his debut this weekend against Motherwell? I think there's a high probability of that. He goes straight into the squad. He trained today with the group, which is important. He came in yesterday, and he probably did his own homework. He said himself that he watched us against St Mirren because he was preparing for a different role. But it helped him see how we play. It helped him probably know the personnel he was going to be meeting. So he came in early this morning, got to know the boys. Kenny's been around the game a long time. He knows how to mix as well with the dressing room, and he went in seamlessly. So it probably sets him up well for the weekend. But he'll be involved in the squad.
How did you sell the club to him then?
How did I? Well, first of all, the package had to be right. And it's selling the club and where I want to take the team. But we've had previous conversations in the past on how I want to play football, and he's experienced it first hand, as I said to you, when he played against us last season. I said to you, he was very complimentary in how we played last season. You can see clearly what we're trying to do here. And he feels, as I said, the most important thing, I believe, that Kenny's not just coming in here to help as such. He's coming in here because he's still hungry and ambitious. He chose us, he said, because he felt that we were the best option for him at this present time to give him the success that he's after. And that was great news to me. It was music to my ears, because it wasn't just about coming in and helping people around him and kick-starting our season at the sharp end. He's still ambitious, and he believes that we are the right team. So it wasn't just about me selling us to him. He wanted to come to us because he felt that this time in his career he still wants to do good things.
There's not too many 38-year-olds get 2-year deals.
No.
At this time. Was that the package that you're talking about?
He had, yeah, I believe, I don't know if he told you, but I'm sure he had other options of that duration of contract. But I have to do my job, regardless if I was friends with Kenny or ex-teammates or whatever. I need to make sure he's physically alright for a 2-year deal. We tested him through our physio. He got a medical, and he absolutely sailed it. You only have to look at him to see that he's still looked after himself first class, in a first class way. And as I said to you, the 2-year deal, I didn't look at what was on his birth certificate. I looked at what was standing in front of me. I looked at what he'd been doing recently, and that suggested that I don't see Kenny as a short-term signing, and I was comfortable. The club, of course, had to back that up, and they did, and I'm delighted and I'm thankful for that.
Were you surprised it became available?
Yeah, because obviously, you know, I'd heard these interviews and I knew it was happening at Livingston, but I was happy it became available. I don't know what happened behind it. I haven't even had that conversation with him. The conversation I had with him was just purely football, financials, and let's get going and get ready for Saturday.
Craig Wighton, what's the latest with Craig? Is the deal finalised?
I don't know, Scoop, to be honest, because when I left to go to training today, I think there was a medical taking place, so I can't answer that question. I know there was...
I think he's training with Hearts.
Is he? Right, okay. Well, I don't know. So obviously the medical went well. I had no fears about his medical, but you know, the clubs were in agreement, I believe. There might be one or two things to tidy up there, but agreement with the fee. He was out of contract at the end of this season. I think Craig possibly felt it was the right time for him to move. I have to share in the fact that I've been in a very position with Craig, having come through the ranks at this very club. And maybe he did need a wee bit of fresh, because last couple of performances, he'll say himself that maybe he wasn't at top form. He was great last year when he came back for his cruciate from a very serious injury, and he felt that it was maybe the right time for him to go. First of all, the club had to be comfortable with the money they were receiving. I believe that they are, and I wish him every success at his new club. He's going to a brilliant club, spent 2 periods there. It's a huge club, and I'm sure that Craig will kick on.
Is that the finances that you receive from that? Is that going to help you bring in even more before the window?
We're still active in the market, absolutely. But the Craig going out was not critical to getting Kenny in or others in. It just was. It was an agreeable deal for all parties, and I'm still very active in the market. I'd like to still get a wee bit of business done before the shut of the window.
Warren Shanklin, see
you? No, he's no one that's imminent. Absolutely not. And it would be really disrespectful again to speak about individual names, you know, the other football clubs.
What areas are you looking at?
That's for me to know, and you'll soon find out in the next press conference if we've strengthened those areas.
Okay.
Any fresh inquiries for the squad? Are you confident you'll be able to keep?
I've had no fresh inquiries for the squad at the minute. I'm hoping we're going to keep everyone. We've added a real quality player. I said to you I'd like to add maybe 1 or 2 more, and if I keep everybody in the house, then I'll be happy.
Just looking ahead to the game, what do you want from your players? Obviously,
a win.
Just what's the most important
thing
you need to do? Just all about winning. So.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Listen, football's about winning. Football's about winning games. We played well in every game, every league game. And I mean, like you look at the first half performance, I don't know what the stats were, but we absolutely dominated it. They had a couple of breakaways. Of course you have to defend against a good side now and again, but we didn't turn any of that good play into goals, and we were punished for it. We've made 3 probably individual errors in the 3 league games, and we've come away with nothing. And I can't keep saying that a good play deserves points. You don't take chances in front of goals, you get nothing in football. Equal if you can't keep a clean sheet, you don't even get 1 point. So we need to put all that together. But the most important thing on a Saturday, winning games of football. Doesn't matter how you get there. I want to play attractive football. But if it needed to go maybe a wee bit direct towards the latter stages of a game, or to do something different, I'll do that, because all that's important is to win at this stage of the season. You want to start getting wins on the board, but I want to do it in the right way.
Do you feel the players are still confident, not been rocked by the defeats? It's going to be important as well at home as well, that they keep the crowd on their side early on as well.
Listen, it's about winning games of football. I don't see any signs in my team are suffering too badly. They're really disappointed. Clearly there's maybe a wee bit of lack of confidence in front of goal, and getting into those final thirds. That only comes when you start hitting the back of the net. But they get worked, they want to work, there's a real willingness to change their fortunes. And the training has been absolutely brilliant. You know, today Kenny coming in has just given everybody a lift. He's coming in with a huge pedigree. He's a household name here. I'm sure everybody, if they didn't know him, know of him within our club. And I'm hoping he's going to help us in that department I just speak about.
Any team news at all, injury-wise?
Trying to think. Rory Deacon is no closer to a return just now. He'll be after the international break. I think that's all. Yeah, we're looking good today.